Like, that's, like... Even they kind of stay in their lane.
Yeah, like...
Because they know that, like, if they bring it up, then they'll get crucified on the spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, just, like, who the fuck?
Right? Like...
Who the fuck?
Just... There's... I hate that, like, I whenever I go to tag relationships on my fanfictions on Archive of Our Own, I lose 5 years off my lifespan because it's the first thing that shows up. It's the forbidden ship.
It's like, hi, I'm looking for father-son dynamic fanfiction. You can't do that to me. Don't. Who watches Back to the Future and is like, this is an appropriate ship? Like, who the...
Like, Needles is right there.
We're talking of... Okay, that's a forbidden ship in a fun way, though. Not like
yeah, that's
actual
like
problematic way.
That's like, I mean, people want rivals to lovers, right? So he's right there.
I know that people ship Griff and Marty Jr.
Yeah, I saw
because of the rivals to lovers thing.
I saw.
The thing is that I can see, but I'm so jaded by people who ship Marty and Biff that I can't unsee it because they're the same actors.
Yeah, no. I was shocked to even find one in the fandom tag on AO3. It's like,
one person who ships Marty and Biff?
No, there were 10 fanfictions, but I would, like, if I even just saw...
20 of them on AO3 or something?
Oh, I don't remember. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more, though. Anyway...
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
Okay, that was a fun discussion.
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society.
Edna's a
it creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Edna would also be a turf.
Still,
she would.
I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork.
If Edna
now.
were Gen Z, she'd be a
trad
wife too.
Oh my god, she would be.
That's all the questions I got.
She would be.
Very well then.
She would, and like not in like the fun, cute cottagecore trad wife way.
No, she'd just be a full trad wife.
There he is.
Cue-ball.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
I love his accent. I just love the hokey gangster accent. It's like...
It's a stereotypical gangster movie. I love it.
Every one I use is valid, see?
That's cue-ball. Cue-ball is all those posts who were just like, every one I use is valid.
Yes.
Round these here pots,
kind of angry about Trixie.
Southern?
Angry. Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that curls your socks.
Really?
Oh yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like
do
a
I-
stink don't
Is
smell.
my
it just-
accent, like,
well,
noticeable?
It just cheeses me off, you know?
Oh no, I don't notice it at all.
Okay, because, like, I'm always worried that... I'm always interested in hearing if I even have an accent, because, like, some things where... Like, sometimes I notice, like, the pin-pen merger in my accent, where it's like, oh, heck, can you pass me that pin over there? Which is, like, common in Southern accents.
I got the, like, third culture kid accent, where it's like I've been everywhere, and so it just, like, it shifts depending on who I'm talking to, weirdly.
Right, yeah.
Like, when I was a kid, I had a thick Canadian prairie accent.
Oh.
So I was very like, sorry, well, let's go to Timmy's, and get a good double-double. Like...
I have no idea what you just said, and it's not because I couldn't hear you.
But yeah, like, I had a really thick Canadian prairie accent when I was a kid, but, like, then, like, we moved away, and then it stopped because it was, like, right within that time frame where your accent can still change.
Yeah.
And so, like, we moved out to, like, big city, this, like, international place, and then it kind of, like, mellowed out to a more, like, neutral North American one. But then, like, it also just like depending on who I'm talking to. Like if I was like ordering food over the phone with someone, it would like go weirdly Arabic, even though I'm not Arab.
Oh, interesting.
So it would be like depending on who I'm talking to, it would like shift, but it like mellowed out to neutral North American and just kind of stayed there. The one that I can't ever shake is a sorry.
Well, you just said it like sorry right there.
Yeah, it's like it's hard though. Like you have to like make like a conscious conscious change. Otherwise, it's like sorry.
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 See, I've grown up in the same place all my like I've been on road trips and stuff, but I've like lived in the same place all my life, so my accent is just like set in stone. Pretty much.
Oh yeah. Accents are fun. They're weird.
They are. But like if I grew up out in the boonies, then I would have a completely different accent. Like my cousins, who grew up out in middle of nowhere Texas, they just talk different, and I can still understand them because, you know, Texas, but it's just interesting how your upbringing influences something even like so detailed as the way you speak.
It's like, I have no issue understanding anyone's accent because I went to an international.
Yeah, like I'm
so
gonna
like
tell
everyone
you.
pretty much had a different
Come
accent.
on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
What, I'll tell you something
hear it
embarrassing
much?
about me first.
Like what?
I also like grew up.
That's not to be like oh, I don't hear accents on Maine.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I know. I get what you mean. Cause like, growing up, my dad, when he taught high school, there were like a lot of international students that he taught, and they introduced him to Bollywood. And
oh, Bollywood movies are great.
yeah, and so I grew up watching a lot of Bollywood movies, and so I just got used to like reading subtitles and hearing like how like I just got used to hearing the sound. And so later when I took some programming classes, my friend sitting next to me is like, I have no idea what they're saying. I was like, really? Because like our instructors, they were from India, and my friend sitting next to me is like, I have no idea what they're saying. And so I was like, oh, here, let me translate.
Oh yeah, it's like it's fun. It's a fun little. We went on a fun little tangent here.
Last year,
Oh, dang
I
it.
drove a train off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure. It's a long story.
All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing.
That was
almost as embarrassing as
I
this.
Which one did you choose?
I clicked the train
that
one, but
Trixie?
that wasn't like
Yep.
embarrassing at
She's
all. I
not
wanted to
wearing
click
much.
the one where he
No
tells
kidding.
about
She
how
did a lot of
Lorraine
these
kissed him
artistic
under the influence of
postcards
alcohol.
A few years ago.
Oh
I
yeah,
got a whole
that's like
set of 'em.
that's peak
have one.
embarrassing, honestly.
No.
If someone
You
told
ain't
me
gonna do
that, I would be
nothing
like,
bad with
I
it,
would
are
ask
ya?
if they had a
Hey, I
psychiatrist.
promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
I'd be like,
Wow.
are you going to therapy?
Okay.
Like, you okay, kid? Okay.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Alright, time to get Trixie fired. I hate the invisible walls. And
Although,
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here?
Doc is still talking to
Oh,
thin
sir.
air.
Mr. McFly!
I love
It
how the
appears
animation,
your
the animators
muse has been
taking care.
inspiring more than progress.
Trixie?
Oh, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't
Honestly,
matter
good for
to
you, Artie. Good for you.
Artie's an ally.
Trixie.
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You are firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Let's talk.
Alright, and I already have all the items too, so...
Trixie?
It's really just Marty just like emotionally manipulating people and getting away with it.
It really is.
Eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out.
But it's
When
for a
Emmett
good
shows
cause.
up-
Gotta do it my way.
It is for a
I'm
good
no good
cause,
with
but like
improvising, and I
if
ain't
Marty
gonna memorize
wasn't,
no
like, a
lines.
good
But I
person,
was in
imagine
this
the
play once.
outrage
The
that he could
Palmer
create.
Mate's
Oh man,
predicament.
Tumblr would
I
not be
figure I could make
happy.
a scene from that.
Okay.
Problematic
Only I
fave.
need a few
Okay, that
props.
is
Why am I not
probably
surprised?
one of the biggest like things.
Furs, a
The
big
biggest
diamond.
like
It
arguments
doesn't have to
that
be
back
real,
then Tumblr would
understand?
have if
That
it
makes
was
it
bigger.
easier.
Was if
And
Marty
something from
was
this
fly
friend of
problematic.
yours, in it. Has
Yeah.
he got a photo album?
It's like,
I don't know. Probably.
Gotta bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album.
but
And then
guess what,
Sit back
Tumblr?
and
You
watch
can
the
like
fur fly.
characters even if they aren't morally upright.
Oh yeah, I hate that about Tumblr like logic is
I
that
brought
like
Emmett's photo
they
album like you
did a
asked.
bad thing once
Let's
so you
see.
can't like them. It's just like
Gee,
it's
he's
almost
not
like
bad
me liking a
looking.
character
In
does
an
not mean
egghead
that I
kinda way.
justify their actions.
Remember,
Or
I
like,
don't want you seducing him
if
for real.
someone is writing
Playing
a
a
bad
cradle robber,
character
kiddo.
that's supposed to
How
be
about the
bad
furs
because
and
they're
the
the villain,
diamonds?
and then that
I'll get 'em to
automatically
you.
makes the author a bad person. It's like, that's not how it works, honey.
One of the first
Hey,
takes I've
Trixie.
ever seen was someone reading
Are
the
these
American
furs
Psycho
good
book
enough?
and then like
Well, they're a little
and saying
ratty,
that there
but,
should be a
they'll
disclaimer at
work.
the end of every chapter
Now
saying that
bring me
Patrick
that
Bateman was a
diamond
bad person.
and we'll
And
be
it's
in
like,
business.
I've never seen anyone miss the point of something of like a piece of media that much.
Alright. The reading comprehension. This is why we need English class.
There should be like the real
Voila.
Tumblr convention should just be like
Say,
people getting
pretty
together in an
snazzy
elementary
for a
school
phony
teacher teaching
rock.
them reading
Jimmy.
comprehension.
Honestly,
Keep
yeah,
that up,
DashCon
I may take a
2020,
real
let's make it
shine to ya.
happen.
I'd rather you take
Oh,
a
God.
fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it.
They did it in a ball
So,
pit
you
too.
got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about
God, remember
yay
when
high.
DashCon
He'll
first
be the one
happened?
with Edna
That
Strickland.
was so much.
Not for long,
I
you won't.
wasn't there the first day it happened. Like, I wasn't on my I wasn't scrolling through Tumblr when it first started. I didn't even know it was happening. I just logged in the middle of it all, and then everyone is posting about ball pits, and I'm like, what is going on? Hello? Hello?
I remember when when Firefest first happened, and I remember this because I was at work and I was slacking off, and like,
Hey,
I
the
can say
light
that now
screen.
because I don't work there anymore, and the company went under. But like, yeah, basically, when Firefest first happened, I was at work and I was slacking off, and I was scrolling through Tumblr, and then like I saw someone had edited the DashCon ball pit into Firefest.
Oh my gosh. I saw a screenshot of a news site that thought that was real, and it's like, oh, and guess what? There's also a ball pit at Firefest. So like, honey, no, that's the DashCon ball pit.
The DashCon ball pit is encrypted. Didn't someone piss in it?
Yeah, someone pissed in it. No one knows who did it though.
That person's a fucking legend.
It's theorized to be one of the Homestucks did it.
That's such a fucking legendary behavior, though.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
If I had a
No,
time
Mr.
machine,
Sagan,
if I
take
had the
your time.
DeLorean, I would go
Much
back in time
obliged, Miss
and
Smith.
see who pissed in the ball pit.
Yes?
If I had a DeLorean, I would go
Your
back in time and
chronometer's
piss in the
gone
ball
green
pit.
again.
I'm sorry, I want to be that person.
It was you!
Test run is a success.
I want to have
I'm sorry
the
to desert
pissing in the
you again.
DashCon ball pit.
Yes,
fame.
well, you've left me with plenty to think
I
about.
wanna meet whoever wrote My Immortal and then just not tell anyone about it.
Oh, My Immortal. That's a good one. I want to make a parody of My Immortal, but Rick and Morty.
I wanna rewrite
Yeah, any luck this time?
I want to
Depends what you
rewrite
mean by
a Jane
luck.
Austen novel,
My
but in
arrival
the
time
style
was
of My
off.
Immortal.
By how much?
8 hours.
Oh
this
my
time. Gave me the
God.
chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie.
Mr. Darcy would be like
from a scientific perspective, but I can
would be
see
like
how my
Draco.
younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about
Oh,
the
no.
DeLorean?
Oh,
I know
yes.
I don't
I
know
did get
enough
one
about
critical
Pride and
piece of
Prejudice, but
information.
I do know
The
enough
chromium
about my
elements in
immortal
my
to
circuits
be
became unstable
fearful
during the
for
temporal
that.
shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the coal process is perfected in 9
Routine is
years.
kind of like a
9
we're
years?
living for Jane
But
Austen
there may
novel
be
right now,
another
where we all
solution.
just look
I'm
forward
going
to our
fire
daily
up the
walks.
photometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm stalling Edna, you can... Uh-oh. Where did Edna go?
That's all we're living for.
That's all.
The lab.
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Age to perfection.
I really wish there was an art book for this game.
Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Have you seen the body pillow of Marty McFly?
I have. It's so cursed.
Oh my!
But I want it.
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's
I
generously
don't
scheduled
even
brief
have
canoodling
a body
breaks
pillow.
every
I just want the
45 minutes to keep
pillowcase.
my mind fresh.
Time's up,
Like
dear.
that is a
Let's get back to
conversation
work.
starter.
Shall
Yeah,
we?
like honestly, enough
Now, Mr.
with
Crockett,
like.
what can I do for you?
I mean, like, I'm taken, so I can't. But I mean, like, somewhat. If I was like making a new friend and I brought them up to my dorm room and they saw the fucking like Marty McFly body pillow, they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And then that's solidified that friendship.
Forget statues of weird objects. Forget like modern art. That is the quintessential conversation starter. It's like, what is that? And like, oh, you haven't heard?
Can I talk to Emmett? It's kind of important.
It'll have to wait until later. Emmett's got a lot to do before the expo opens. Isn't that right, darling?
You know it, Schnookums.
Ugh.
Schnookums.
You can talk to him later.
Mr.
But
Sagan says he
Schnookums
needs
is
to
the
talk
worst
to you
kind of
back
thing.
at the high school.
Schnookums
He
is
does.
cursed now.
Whatever for?
It's only cursed because Edna said it.
And that reason only.
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish?
Okay, me too, though.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash?
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Marty!
This boy. Skateboarding on the grass.
Where's Edna?
She's inside, setting up her
this
booth.
part.
It's
Oh, the
almost
ending
time
of this
for the
just
opening
like
ceremony.
this like
Oh,
from
the
here on
ending of it,
out.
I better work
Four.
fast. I think I
It's
got it
so
all
much.
worked out.
The ending of
when it all
episode
comes
4 is too
together,
much.
Edna will think you're the
like,
worst guy in town.
breaks me
I just
every
need a couple more
time.
pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got the time circuits fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and in the timeline you're from.
The right timeline.
Yes. I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. and a bitchin' time train, and
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
oh, well, Edna ends up,
Uh,
to be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
This hurts.
She lives with some
So much every
cats in a
time.
dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
honestly, I would have just said that I don't know because I've never met her before.
Perhaps
Yeah.
we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do
This
you know what
hurts
you're
so
saying?
much
Let me
more
remind you.
now because like I've been on both sides. Like I've been on Marty's side and on Doc's side before, and it like just hurts.
I was like, honestly, God, I get that unhealthy. I've been in an unhealthy relationship like that. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's
bad.
tough.
Doc, she tried
Yeah.
to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible.
It's
no
just like
argument.
so complicated.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, God.
Oh, but she started out with such pure intentions.
So did Nero. I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we can find a third way, one where everybody wins. What do you think?
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes.
Doc, when has Marty ever followed your
Basically,
directions
yeah.
ever?
Oh
Then
yeah,
there's
like
nothing left to say.
you'll tell him to do what? You'll tell him to walk.
Where are you going?
So you'll tell him to walk forward, and he'll just
Why
start
should a
walking
manatee-
backwards. Like,
Yeah, it's
Aren't you
like
planning on overriding me?
my favorite instance of that is in part 2, where he basically just says, "Stay here, don't move, don't go anywhere," and he just starts wandering in the hallway.
Well, didn't Einstein also wander off too? So like maybe he was just trying to find
He
Einstein.
did. No, he literally just said, "Oh, I live in Hilldale. This is bitch, and I gotta check it out." And he just wandered off.
It's like, all right, time to
It's like, Marty, you fucking dumbass.
listen.
Edna, what's
He's
keeping
doing
you?
his best. Oh,
Shiny, and
Oh,
he just starts
hello,
walking.
Sonny. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright.
oh, that
I'm
cow
about to play
lick.
my big scene, you know. No telling how Edna's gonna
Oh, it's
react.
Bad.
Wish me
And
luck.
honestly, Doc with anything but
Oh,
like
for Pete's sake.
super unkempt hair is really bad.
Yeah, just give him the fluffy hair he deserves.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have.
I hate how you can hear how much it hurts Marty to do this.
Yeah, he's like
Anti-stain formula,
the
work your
acting
magic.
and the writing are so good. Like,
It's just like he just cares so much
Just
about
in the
him,
nick
like
of
because that's his
time.
best friend right there, and it's just
Step
like,
back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like
But
something
it's
that
like-
descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask
Wait,
you.
your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
my grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Oh, look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over
And
again.
it's Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter, how do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to
Bill
some of her
Clinton
records, and I
kin.
may have taken a picture or two of her,
Yes.
but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys
Uh-oh.
are all alike.
Damien
You think
died.
material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs and take back this gaudy diamond
Ouch.
too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card.
I think my internet might be acting
I should have
up.
known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can...
This just
Emmett?
hurts me every time. Cause, like...
That went off great, huh?
Yeah, maybe too great. Emmett! Emmett!
Go away.
Come on! Where are you? I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
Oh. Like, this part just hurts
Story
me
is
every
over.
time.
Okay, Emmett, hold still. I know your emotions are running a little wild, but don't do anything crazy.
And, like,
Emotions?
when
What
Marty
emotions?
was trying to
My
comfort
emotions
him,
are dead.
but he just didn't want to hear it because that's not what he needed at the moment.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Stop!
What are you doing up here?
Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do
This
you...
is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh. Well, don't let me bother you. Go ahead and think.
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need...
Not to take away from the emotion of the situation, but I love how it's like, yeah, every option is just gonna get you to the same outcome. It doesn't matter, because it's all just trying to get Emmett to see Frankenstein, which is, it's like a little tongue-in-cheek. I cannot commentate good.
To give your system a jolt, taking a thriller like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore. And I
This
never
is the
will.
saddest that
Don't give me that. You care.
Doc has ever been.
You still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud. Name one invention that ever did anybody any good.
How about the telephone? Think how that invention has revolutionized the whole world.
Yes. Now a person can be rejected long distance.
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Crockett. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
Me? Care about me, Doc.
You?
Yeah.
You. You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I love you, Sonny Crockett. Or is that even your real name?
Well, I picked Michael Corleone, but the game doesn't remember that.
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
It hurts every time I gotta do this, but it's the only way.
I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard. And all that time you spent building up my dreams, telling me I was gonna be a great scientist.
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me? My ideas. Great Scott. I've got it.
Got what?
The solution. My invention. I know how to make it work.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable. But the lightning! Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like...
A bolt of lightning?
Exactly! Static electricity! Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8!
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
I said, let's get out of here before anything... Emmett!
What?
I'm sorry I had to get you so upset. See, I figured you needed to...
Forget it! This isn't the time for long-winded explanations.
Got anything useful on you?
Only my wallet. Oh, and this portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Oops!
Hang in there.
Very funny!
Emmett's solution. This stuff's dangerous. Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Alright. This part always gives me trouble, so hopefully I'll do it right. Okay. Can I... There we go.
Gotcha!
Let's get out of here.
Your pants! They're stuck!
Do something before we're crushed! Ah! What are you doing?
Trust me! Hold on!
What did you say your name was again?
Marty!
Marty? Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention? You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
My thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
We love to see it. And he's good now. He's good again.
Need a lift?
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
And she's, like, genuinely heartbroken over it.
Well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
Nonsense.
And, like,
I can stay
I legitimately feel
100%
sorry for her
certainty
here.
that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
Like,
How can you know that?
I think you'll
knowing
find
how
I know
bad
almost
she could
everything
be.
worth knowing
It's
about you and young Emmett.
oh, this game is so
And
good.
his friends. Tell me, how much do you know about Sonny Crockett?
Well, episode 4, Damien kind of, like, dipped out at the end there because I think Discord's acting up right now, but there it is.